Where is it? I really need to work on a better filing system for all of these. I have so many now I can't base off memory alone anymore. Hello there! Welcome to my Horde. Yes, I run this like a shop, however, it is my Horde as well. How may I help you? Oh, you've heard correctly. My Horde consists of the various collected memories from people throughout my lifetime. And before you ask my age, let's just say I have quite a vast collection, and leave it at that. Oh, I have a wondrous variety of little gems to choose from. Some are recollections of major events in history, others are different viewpoints of the same event. There are memories of various dungeons with traps to avoid, clues for buried treasures, scandalous secrets of political figures, and so on and so forth. Then there are the more pleasant things, like a child's memory of a fun birthday party, someone remembering a particularly steamy kiss, another enjoying their first sight of snow. Really, anything that catches my fancy. I think you'll find my prices reasonable. I accept gold, favors, or the trade of one of your memories to add to my collection. Well, I've found that keeping memories is quite useful, even the seemingly innocuous ones. You know what they say, those who do not know their history are doomed to repeat it. I like having access to knowledge that might help others, whether it be in remembering the details of a major event, helping someone to further their research, or even letting someone experience joys they've never been able to have before. Not to brag, but I have quite the excellent reputation. Well, why does a dragon hoard anything? We love to keep things of value and importance. There are dragons who keep treasures such as gold, gems, and valuable weapons, and that is a very literal treasure hoard, the easiest to understand. However, I find those dragons to be limited in the scope of their imagination. Hey, just because we're the same species doesn't mean we all agree. Do you agree with every human out there? Take me, for example. My Horde consists of knowledge. Do you know how precious that is? Well, knowledge that I've kept has helped pioneer various social changes, as well as medical, technological, and magical advancements. Not to mention people who have literal careers brokering knowledge to others for a price. I have a great many contacts who pay me quite well to remain on top of their game, as it were. I wouldn't consider myself the reason driving change, more like the means to do so. You humans are rather good at coming up with innovative ideas, and I'm good at keeping records in order to help you. Oh, the smaller things are definitely still wonderful, and can provide comfort or closure for many others. Like I've said, I enable many to experience things they never would be able to on their own. Imagine someone who has never walked being able to experience the sensation of climbing the continent's tallest mountain, or exploring unknown places on daring adventures without ever having to remove themselves from the confines of my shop. You can truly understand the allure of that, I'm sure. That's the best part. I can share my Horde without fear of it diminishing. I still have the source of the information, however, now it's shared with others. Plus, I always have new memories coming in, constantly growing my trove. Yes, I keep them in these colored bottles, and sort them accordingly. The color combinations represent different kinds of memories, such as these pink bottles over here. The ones that start with the faintest blush and get progressively darker, those are the memories of the moment two lovers came to the realization that their feelings were wholly reciprocated. Conversely, the red ones that darken to black are lovers who grew to hate each other. There's some pretty famous stories in that collection. Oh, those red ones with the multicolored swirls? Those are for adults only, you know? When two or more people love each other very much, or maybe even one person loves themselves very much, I'm sure you get my meaning. Let's just say there's a reason I keep all the bottles behind the counter instead of out where people can easily access them. Not everything I have is for the general public. Like these black bottles, those contain the memories of some particularly foul necromancers, and honestly, I wouldn't share those unless someone was in the direst of needs. It's pretty dangerous information. No, they didn't give up their memories willingly. Why, I helped them shuffle free of their mortal coil, of course. They came to my horde with the intention of stealing, and, well, I am a dragon, after all. I don't mind sharing, but I abhor outright theft of my treasures. Don't look so squeamish. Other than the occasional thief, all of my treasures have been ethically and willingly collected. I have very amicable relations with the townsfolk here, and my reputation is generally enough to keep most adventurers or potential thieves from challenging me. The few who are especially pig-headed generally run off when I get the guards involved. Yes, I get the guards involved. I'm too big in my natural form to fight them off here. I keep the human form because this shop is too small, and I dare say I'd probably crush several of the surrounding shops as well. That would not be good for anyone's business. Plus, most humans find it easier to talk to me this way. Now, have I sated your curiosity enough for you to do business with me? People do not wander into my shop just to look around. They come in because they've heard of me and want to see if I have information they're looking for. So what is it? Are you an adventurer looking for clues to your epic quest? A mage crafting a new spell? An alchemist who searches for obscure recipes? A librarian? Well, that's new, I suppose. Are you seeking anything in particular? That's quite the interesting proposition. No one has ever wanted to add me to their collection before, and a royal collection at that. Oh, that makes more sense. So you want to add my collection to the royal library and have me oversee it? I think I'm going to need a better incentive to uproot my livelihood and move to the royal palace. I'm not gonna lie, the pay and benefits are tempting, but I feel quite safe in assuming the capital is crowded, and I have a hard enough time taking my natural form here in this town. I'd never get to change there, unless I'd be willing to leave my horde behind and travel out. Plus, how do I know that they wouldn't take my horde for themselves? Well, no, I've never seen the royal libraries. There. How big? I could take my dragon form and keep my collection there simultaneously, though honestly I've come to prefer my human trappings when dealing with clients. It's less nerve-wracking. For them. Oh, but it would be so nice to curl up around my horde in my dragon form, the way I used to before I moved here. It was quite the time learning to eat and sleep as a human. That would mean more access to a wider variety of clients, thus also expanding my collection. I feel like there's a catch to this. It almost seems too good to be true. Why would the royal family be willing to do this? I guess it would be easier for them to walk to the library, rather than travel here. But they do realize I'll be wanting to add their memories to my collection as well, right? Well, as long as they're willing, I'm not seeing a problem with this. As long as they realize that despite providing the housing for it, this is my horde, and I still control who is able to see it, and will still gather new prizes for it. Good, I'm glad they understand. It's good to be upfront about these things to prevent future misunderstandings. They're quite generous, but then I know the worth of what I provide, and I know relocating this to their library will bring quite a lot of people, increasing local revenue, and thus increasing taxes. Like I said, I've been alive for quite a while. It doesn't take a scholar to figure out their motivations. I have no issue with them, as long as they keep their word. Still, it is a lot of work to uproot everything and move it all. You'd help me organize everything and get a decent documentation system going? Do you realize the amount of work that's going to take? This collection is monumental. I've been trying, but it's rather hard to manage on my own, while still running the business side of things. Which, of course, makes the collection grow further. A team of librarians that I'll head, helping me with everything, even moving? Well, if for no other reason than that, you have a deal. Honestly, it's been a nightmare lately finding anything. Oh, I'm so excited! I have so much to start getting ready, and I'll have to let the mayor know, and... Oh wait, you've traveled all this way. You can't be leaving without being interested in sampling my wares. Surely there's something you'd like to learn about. You don't have to offer coin. We can trade. Let me look for a good memory from you, and I'll let you view one of mine. How does that sound? No, you don't forget it. I just copy it and immortalize it for future use. Alright, it's a deal. Let me see what I have here. This one? Maybe this one. Oh, this one. Perfect. Yes, I think this would interest you quite a bit. Now you sit down in this chair and I'll search for a suitable memory. You'll find it's quite cozy. Makes it easier for me to look around when you're comfortable. Don't worry, anything I see outside of what I keep is strictly confidential. I don't share. That would be bad for business. However, as you can tell, the memory I keep will possibly be shared with future clients. Are you fine with that? Okay, let's get started. I'll put my fingertips on either side of your head and start scanning your memories. It won't hurt at all, I promise, though you might feel a little dizzy. Just relax, close your eyes, and take some deep breaths. Let yourself drift. You have a lot of interesting memories. I can see you've met many people, learned a multitude of things. You've gone on many trips to get new material for the library. And I choose this one. Pretty, isn't it? The colors of the bottle are quite marvelous. Yes, I think I've developed quite the eye for choosing really good memories over the centuries. This will do quite nicely for my collection. As part of the deal, you are now free to look at what I've chosen for you. I think you'll like it. Quite an epic event in history. Oh, just twist the top and peer into the bottle. The memory will appear like you're experiencing it. Just stay seated while you enjoy it. Notice the rug underneath? I have clients sit there in case they accidentally drop the bottle. That way it won't be broken. It pays to be careful. Now enjoy! I've never had an unsatisfied customer, and I refuse to let you be the first. You can let their majesties know I'm not a fraud. Okay, now how am I gonna move all this stuff? Alright, this can just be boxed. These, I'm gonna need something